So last night at 2:30 in the morning, I did something absolutely crazy. And yeah, I guess we're going to Asbury for the revival. So there's a little bit of a backstory here as well. I don't want to bore you too much with the details. First, I was very hesitant because it's a 16-hour drive. I mean, I got to work and do all this. But I was just thinking about it. The more I thought about it, I'm like, hey, a couple years from now, what am I going to remember? A couple days of work and productivity? Or am I going to remember Asbury Revival, a historic event? And the answer was pretty obvious, so I'm all in. So the original plan was actually to rent a car and then drive 16 hours to Asbury from San Antonio, but that fell through because there was absolutely no rental cars left. And I thought, hey, I wasn't going to Asbury, but I came back home. It was around 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and I just decided looking into this a little bit more. No, at this point, when this plan fell through, my mind was already on Asbury. I'm like, hey, I'm going to Asbury. I don't really care who's coming with me. I don't really care if I have to go alone. Again, like I mentioned, a couple other of my church members, church friends, they are going to Asbury as we speak. So I decided to look up flights to get to Asbury. Cincinnati is probably the closest airport to get there. I have to get a rental car, Airbnb, and all that. Got all that figured out. And I got everything planned out, and I'm like, this is a heavy price tag, but we're going. It's a historic event, and I'm super excited for it. So my flight leaves at around 3 p.m. It's 10 a.m. right now, so I'm gonna do a little bit of work. We're heading off to Asbury. Let's go, I'm so excited. All right, so we just landed in Cincinnati. I met Ronaldo. ¿Cómo estás? Para los que hablan español, ¿qué quieres decir de los Estados Unidos?
Es muy bello, es muy bello.
Okay. Nice. So we just landed in Cincinnati, and we're on our way to Asbury. We are Asbury bound. So I'm literally in Asbury right now, and so far it's been crazy. I mean, the auditorium is not open. I don't know why I came here. I just wanted to check out the campus. Like, that is not the reason why this trip has been crazy so far. But I had a divine appointment with someone completely out of the blue from the airport. It was completely crazy. We're here in Asbury. I'm trying to be quiet though, because it's 3 in the morning. But we're here. So it's the next morning, and last night was interesting to say the very least. So when I was heading off to my Dallas to Cincinnati flight, because Cincinnati is the closest spot to Asbury. I know that there is a Kentucky airport. I think they're around the same length, but Cincinnati's like 90-minute drive away from Asbury University, so it's not too bad. But, you know, as I was rushing, because what ended up happening, to give you a little bit more of a backstory, is I went from San Antonio to Dallas, and that flight got delayed. But the thing is I had a connection from Dallas to Cincinnati. So I was running super late to that flight because the first flight was delayed because I had a connection. As I was rushing to that flight, I had to like go all the way across the airport in like 20 minutes. And I don't know how the heck we ended up making it. Someone tapped me on my shoulder, and it was Ronaldo, who I now know. And he was like, hey, like, you know, I'm from Venezuela, and he didn't speak any English, you know, and I speak a little bit of Spanish because I was born in Puerto Rico. And he was like, habla español? And I'm like, yes. And then we go ahead and have a conversation. And, you know, super chill guy. I ended up driving him to his location. And, yeah, we became friends. And it was awesome because I got to share with him my testimony. And, yeah, it was a cool experience to the very least. And then you got to see a little bit of what happened yesterday when I went to Asbury. There was no one really too around because it was like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. But I got to see a little bit of the campus, and, you know, got to see the Hughes Auditorium, which I'll be there tonight. And I'm thinking about staying a couple more days here. We'll see. But, yeah, I'm going to get to work, and I'll see you guys a little bit later. All right, so I'm on my way to Asbury. I'll see you guys there. Yeah, my name is Scotty. I'm here at Asbury, and
The Lord's moving. It's been an amazing day.
All right, welcome to Kentucky.
All right, so it's the very next day. We still have 2 more days left here. We have tonight, and then we have tomorrow night, and then the revival is ending, unfortunately. But I forgot to update you guys on what happened last night. So worshiping, as you saw in these last couple clips, it was insane. The Holy Spirit was there. God's presence was moving in Hughes Auditorium in Asbury University. It was absolutely a blast. And I got to meet a lot of great people. And so far the trip has been, I mean, you can't draw it up any better than this. I always like to say the best trips are the ones that you just go without planning anything and you just kind of take off and go. That's exactly what I did. God was like, the Holy Spirit was like, hey, go to Asbury because you're not going to regret it. And it's going to be a historic event. And so far it has not let down whatsoever. I'm going to make this into a 2-part series. This will be part 1. And then I'm going to go again tonight and then tomorrow night as well. And then sometime in the day as well. And then we're going to make that a part 2. But that's pretty much it for part 1, guys. If you guys don't already know what I do, I help guys quit porn / get closer to God and remove all lust, whether it be porn, masturbation, sex outside of marriage. So if you're interested in learning more about that and you're interested in getting more of my help, click the link in the description. It's going to be the only link there. And that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and it gave you a little bit more perspective on what's going on here in Asbury. And I'll see you guys for part 2.